This is the Nintendo DS. It can play some DS games on a very small, dim screen. This is a Nintendo DS Lite. If you don't know what that is, it's a lighter version of the DS that has a brighter screen, but it still is small. Well, it still can play DS games. And this is the AYN Odin 2, the most powerful Android handheld on the market to date, paired with the DNA Duo. It can also play DS games very, very well on a nice, bright, fancy, amazing IPS 7-inch display, alongside a 6-inch display on the bottom on the actual AYN Odin 2. Today, I'm going to level up your gaming knowledge about the DNA Duo for your AYN Odin 2. That's right, mobile gamers. So today I'm going to share with you how you could potentially play DS emulation with your AYN Odin 2, the most powerful Android gaming handheld to date, as of today at least, and use Drastic, a DS emulator for Android, which has an awesome feature that I've kind of shared before, but I'm going to share a little bit more about how it works today with your AYN Odin 2 and the DNA Duo. So the first thing I'm going to let you guys know, right now, on the latest version of your AYN Odin 2, version 3.18, there is a little bug. It's a bug. I have contacted Ashley over at AYN multiple times about this. I've even done a video about this. There's a little bug right now on the latest version of this device that makes the device actually rotate when you try to do this feature, unless you go down to version 2.08. And I'm going to share a video about that very, very soon. But the only downside is you can't do this with the AYN Odin 2 Mini. So that is the only downside to this, is that hopefully AYN, which Ashley confirmed with me this morning, August 28th, 2024, that they fixed it. But they're working on a couple other things that they're going to be implementing into the OS, I guess, to actually make everything work properly. So hopefully we see that before I ship these out to everybody, or I'm going to be on her like hotcakes on water, because it also doesn't just affect playing DS emulation. It also affects the other mode called desktop mode. Desktop mode allows you to do things like play dual screen games. It also allows you to play one screen on the bottom and then play like a YouTube video on the top, or maybe use the top for your gaming and then use the bottom screen for like a YouTube video or something. But that's for another video. If you want me to share something about that, I will share something about how that works. But today, you guys are here to see DS emulation in action as I'm showing you it right now. This screen, I really have done a lot of vigorous testing with it. With the AYN Odin 2, I've also done a lot of testing with a bunch of other devices. And the battery life on the AYN Odin 2 really handles this screen really well. I'm going to let you know that because of the 8,000 milliamp battery and how high the brightness I put this. I only put it at like 30%. You're seeing this at 30% brightness, both on the top and I think the bottom. My screen is about 70%, because the Odin 2 screen is kind of weird. I don't know, like right now it just kind of auto dimmed itself. I'm not sure why, but that's another story in its own as well. Maybe they'll fix that. Yes, I would love to, use the latest firmware on the Odin 2, but right now I am using version 2.08, which is an old version all the way back to December. Now, a way that I've fixed this, I had to root the device, I had to downgrade it, and then I had to use my other Odin, which is on version 3.18, my blue one, and ended up ripping the actual latest versions of the Odin settings. I ripped the latest version of the game assistant, the latest version of a couple other things that are actually very important. I know I'm doing very bad because I'm talking, so that I could utilize all these features inside of the older version, like the ambient lights. I can turn up and down the brightness. I can select my controller style up here and stuff, and my L and R mode and all that kind of fun jazz. So yeah, I did a whole bunch of stuff to manipulate the older version to make it so that I can use it like it's the newer version. So yeah, I spent a lot of hours trying to figure this out myself too. As an Android developer, I could not for the life of me figure out how the window manager works on Android 13. I could do it on Android 10 devices, and their AYN Odin 2 or AYN Odin 1 works fine. So yes, I am just emphasizing, as of right now, that this bug is a bug. But they're not bad at updating this stuff, so I'm not too worried. I have shared information about this multiple times, and I'm sharing information about this today. Now, how this works. The reason why I'm rambling on, because I just like to do that sometimes. If you don't like it, then subscribe. Don't go bye-bye, because I love you. Yeah, that was weird, I know. So I'm going to go down this hole for a second, and then I'm going to do a save state for a sec to show you guys what this feature is, how it works, and how the DNA Duo actually connects to this device, and how easily accessible it is when you don't want to use it anymore, or just put it aside. So yes, the DNA Duo is a screen, a secondary display that my slogan is, it becomes part of your device's DNA. And the reason why I made that slogan up, or, well, my wife actually was kind of gave me that idea, is because it really does. It becomes part of your device's DNA. I'm going to do a save state, like I said, and it attaches to a custom designed hinge. And yes, this is just prototype material because I've been just 3D printing this, but I custom designed these adapters. And yes, this cord is not going to be like this either. This is just right now. I've already outsourced a single cord that's going to go all the way down to the back. And yes, it's just a USB-C cord that goes down to the back. Yes, it has pass-through charging, so there's a charging port right there. You can charge your device. I have a charger right here to confirm that. Now, you need to have an angled actual USB-C. That's my 3D printed thumbsticks, by the way. So yes, it's charging right now. Now, it's not fast charging. I'm going to let you know that. It says it's charging rapidly or whatever, but it's not actually fast charging it. When I go back and open it up, it says charging rapidly. It charges it very well. I don't know exactly. I don't remember what. I think it was like 15 watts is what they said on the actual document sheet. But I'm going to double check that before I actually write up the manual for this, because I am going to be having, like, there's going to be a manual in there to tell you which port to plug into. And again, yes, this is just my 3D printed thumbsticks because they're like the Xbox style ones. And I just made these the other day because I needed a break from printing screens, because I've been printing screens and trying to perfect the design as best as I can for injection molding. So I know this is going to be a longer kind of video. So yes, this is how it works. So when I unplug this, the screen turns off. There is a power button, there's a volume rocker button, and a settings button, and you'll be able to just slide this off. Now, this design has already changed as well. I had to make this different because I noticed sometimes when I bend the screen backwards, it feels like it's going to fall out. So I have been working on the final design of this, but it's still going to have like a magnetic design to it, and it's going to slide onto all of these devices that I have shared with you guys. So right now, what this one does is basically slides right on there, just like so, like this. The magnets help it with keeping on there so that it doesn't fall out. See, it's not bouncing out of there or anything. And yeah, this is something that I thought about 50 different times. I made different designs of this, not 50, but a lot. I made different designs of this hinge, and there's been so many different iterations of this hinge that I came up with this one. And then I found out another flaw. And then I also just didn't like the look of it because it slides on like this, and then you can see like the gaps right here, and I just didn't like that. So the final design I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and then when I actually get it approved for injection molding, I'll be sharing that as well. So I know this is kind of a showcase of this as well, because some people have asked me about this a lot, and the AYN Odin 2 was the very first device that I designed this for. So right now, what I'm going to show you is the little feature inside of Drastic. So if you go to change options, you go to video, scroll all the way down, you go down to where it says external display right here. You'll be able to select which screen you want it to be set to. Well, obviously we're going to set it to the top screen, and you can change the border. So if you want the border to be thicker or thinner on the external display, you can. And this is what you choose for when you want to put it onto the external display. Now, for those that don't like it stretched, you can go correct aspect ratio. and then you have to close out a Drastic, go back into it, connect the DNA Duo to your AY and Odin 2, plug it in, flip it open, click continue, and there you go. For those that get a little bit crazy and antsy in their pants about me stretching the display, there is the DNA Duo. Oh, wait. I don't want anybody to get sad about it too, so hold on. There you go. So there it is. Bigger screen, higher quality. You can change your textures, you can change the quality because you're running emulation. And emulation really has taken over this last couple of years. I've been emulating games since the PSP was hackable. So that was the very first time I ever emulated anything. And for those that say, just get the original hardware, well, hate to tell you, bro, got the original hardware. This thing is ancient, has too many stickers. This thing is nice. I like my DS Lite, but really, I like this. This feels really good in my hands. I don't have a problem with the balance of it, the weight of it. Personally, at least, I know I'm probably going to be a little bit biased about all that, but honestly, with these nice grips that I got from MDL shop or an MDL design shop on Etsy, they are nice resin printed style grips, and this screen, I really love everything about the AYN Odin 2 with this, and DS emulation. Now, 3DS emulation, I've been trying to get working. I showcased a way that I got it kind of working, but it's really not the best way. I'm going to tell you that. It's because it's double rendering the images and stuff like that. I'm not going to get way into depth with it, but I downloaded the source code onto Android Studio, messed around with it, and I came up with the little short that I will share in the link in the description below if you want to go check that out. So again, get yourself a DNA Duo over on Indiegogo. I am running a campaign right now. There's about 5 days left as of today, and I'm hoping that we can make it before that time frame. If not, I'm going to do everything I can, because that's another question that I keep getting asked, to get this out to everybody that has ordered one as soon as possible, because I have other ways of making money to get this working and going for you guys. It just might take a little bit longer. Otherwise, I'm hoping by the end of this campaign, I double it. That would be awesome if we could double this, because I really, really want you guys to enjoy this. My friend is bugging me about it because he's part of the reason why I've been doing this, and it really does pair really well with the Odin 2. It really does look not too bad with the Retroid Pocket 4 either, and honestly, I'm going to grab that quickly here. I'm going to show you guys, because I do have the Retroid Pocket 4 just sitting here. I'm not going to plug it in, but this is the Retroid Pocket 4. Oh, and this is actually a resin lamp that I got. Yes, again, I'm showcasing a lot of this, and these are the other NDL Design Shop grips. I'm doing a video about this as well coming up soon. An awesome way to level up your Retroid, because the Retroid still has its place. But really, with this screen, this grips, and smaller screen on the top and then the bigger display on the bottom, or vice versa, you know what I mean? It really does feel good. It doesn't feel bad, it doesn't feel off balance, and it just feels really good. But as you can see, like I said, it slides off, so I'm working on the final iteration, and I'm actually printing some of the final iterations right now on my printer. So there you go, guys. If you want to play DS emulation on your Odin 2, because there are a lot of DS games out there that I even missed when I was growing up, because DS came out kind of when I was still a teenager, but then other things, you know, teenager life. Yeah, I didn't really play a lot of DS in my time. I played a lot of Mario Kart, Pokemon. Gold was my favorite too. Heart Gold and Gold, the original, and Heart Gold. And that was about it, really, that I remember. Oh, Mario 64 DS, that was the other one. So, yes, there's a lot of childhood memories about the DS. I own DSs. I own 3DSs. But I honestly love playing emulation. And I kind of just like collecting the old stuff for nostalgia. because my kids are going to get old someday, and I'm going to be like, you know what this is? Yeah. So have a nice day, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. If you are interested in the DNA Duo, go get one now, because I really do appreciate everybody that's been supporting it. We have about 34 backers as of today, and I'm hoping that we get like 50 by the end of the video. See you next time. Love you all.